Vote.
4 yes votes, motion carries.
In old business, we have consider approval of minutes of a special call meeting that was held on February 15 and a regular meeting on February 18. So if I might have a motion and a second, all right, then we'll need a second to...
Move for approval of meeting.
Second.
All right, we have a motion to approve and second that. So is there any discussion or any question? If not, I'll vote.
4 yes votes, motion carries.
Item 3 is the consent agenda, which there are 2 items. Item 3, set a date for a public hearing on ordinance number 100302, rezoning 1629 McCulley Road and 1628 Springboro Road from RS20 Single Family Residential to RS10 Single Family Residential. And that date is, Ms. McLean?
April the 1st.
April the 1st. That will be the date that we will hear this item. And item 4 in the consent agenda is consider awarding bids for transformers and wire. That's from the electric department, Mr. Peak. And do I hear a motion to accept the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any question? If not, I'll vote.
4 yes votes, motion carries.
All right, moving to new business. Item 5, consider reappointment to the Historic Zoning Commission. Sponsor Mr. Mills.
Madam Vice Chairman, members, or Vice Mayor, the term of Calvin Dickinson on the Historic Zoning Commission has expired. Dr. Dickinson fills our local preservation organization representative slot. Members of the commission serve for 5 years. Dr. Dickinson's been contacted and has agreed to continue to serve if reappointed, and we recommend for his reappointment.
Do I hear a motion to accept this reappointment?
So moved.
Second.
Any question or discussion?
Dr. Dickinson has served on the Historic Zoning Board since its inception,
That is
hasn't he?
correct, since its inception.
And he brings a great deal of expertise to that board, and we certainly appreciate him agreeing to serve 5 more years.
Any comment from audience? If none, I'll vote.
4 yes votes, motion carries.
Item 6, consider approval of purchase of sanitation carts, which is a sole source provider. Well, Mr. Brown will explain that.
Vice Mayor and Council, Sanitation Department is in need of more sanitation carts, and our provider for those has agreed to provide them at $59.75 each, plus $500 shipping, for a total of $6,475. I'd recommend your approval.
Do I hear a motion to approve this item?
Move for approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions from?
Where are these coming from?
Toter,
No,
they're
I mean,
Stringfellow.
where? What-
Stringfellow, Nashville.
Wouldn't it be cheaper? Could we take a couple of trucks down there and for cheaper than $500?
Well, I'm not sure we got any trucks that we could put them in where they wouldn't blow out. We don't have
I mean, like dump trucks or something? That's a
well,
lot of money, so it looks like to me.
we might could. I'll see if we've got one that we can. They don't care if they deliver them or we pick them up. It's just, we just need them where they won't blow out because they're not put
Right.
together. You've got the stacks of the lids, and you got the carts, and then you got the wheels they put in the cart. So
I understand. Just run the numbers and see if,
We'll see if we
it's
can come up with
financially
something.
beneficial to, if we run a truck or whatever and do that as opposed to spending that if we can.
okay.
But most of the carts are having to replace ones that are damaged or
No,
or
these
just
are new requests
new
for new
requests.
residences or businesses or people wanting extra carts. We've replaced very few, really.
Have they held up? That means they've held up pretty well.
Yes, we've had a few when it was very, very cold. We had a couple that split, the lid split when it was around the single digits, but not very many.
Well, I have to say that when I drive down the street on trash day, I really appreciate the uniformity of the trash cans. It just looks more organized, cleaner, nice, definitely.
We have been looking at other companies to see if we can find another cart that would work, that maybe would be cheaper, and we have had some leads that maybe the next time I have them, it may be a bid situation. Because they have to be the same size. If they're a little different, when the arms go around it, and they might squeeze it too tight or not pick it up. So they need to be the same size and still be durable. So, but
Yeah,
we have
same
one or
quality,
two.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we went through
like the
that a few years
quality.
ago
Yeah,
and
we did.
Right.
looked at,
But we've got one or
different
two
materials.
that's showing some promise. So maybe next time we'll be able to bid these out and maybe get a little better price.
I believe we could rent a U-Haul truck, I'm just guessing, for probably $100 and save us some money on the delivery, but you can check into
We'll
that.
check on it.
Any other comments from
Field trip.
council? Any comments from the audience or questions from the audience regarding this item? If not, I'll vote.
4 yes votes, motion carries.
Item 7, consider approval of settlement agreement of Norma Faye Piles Lynch Family Purpose LLC property relative to the 5th Interchange / Highlands Business Park. Sponsor, Mr. Shipley.
This is an agreement between the city, the county, and the family trust. They have a 20% interest in the property, and the family trust has agreed to receive 20% of the property, which would be 15 acres. And the city and county, when they started the eminent domain proceedings, deposited $296,000 with the court. We will get those funds back, less the attorney fees and court costs and expenses. The properties that are going to be deeded to the family trust, there's 6 acres that are north of the interstate, and south of the interstate, there's 3.5 acres where the house is sitting, and then on the corner of Lee Seminary Road and Bennett Road, 5.5 acres, which totals 15 acres. There's some other minor points in the agreement, but those are the major ones, and I would recommend your approval.
I think I need to get a motion on the floor. Do I hear a motion to consider approval of this settlement?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
All right, now we have a motion and a second. We may have discussion from council or question from council. If none, are there questions from audience or comments from audience? If none, I'll vote.
4 yes votes, motion carries.
All right, that's the end of our items that we have scheduled for this evening, and so this is the time that we have hearing of citizens, and so anyone is welcome to speak, up to 3 minutes, if they have some comments or questions that they would like to bring before the council this evening. Love to hear from you. If not, we will have a motion to have adjournment.
So moved.
So moved. Second.
Adjourned.